Guys, there are spoilers for this film and this review, so if you don't want to get gamma radiation poisoning, go out, watch the film, then come back. You have been warned. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, and welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD, and this week we just watched Captain America, Brave New World. It was going to be originally called New World Order, but this movie went through development hell. And this movie was starring Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford, and it was whatever. I mean, was it terrible? No. I really think the people that hate it, I don't know, I feel like it's just like MCU-isms. Like, people just hate the MCU now. It was just whatever, you know? I mean, was it the best? Definitely not, but it wasn't like the worst, third worst MCU movie ever, but it was just kind of whatever, and I could tell that they reshot and rewrote a bunch of shit. But before I go on a whole tangent, why I thought this film was whatever, I'll tell you why I thought this film was whatever and more back at the house.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not. Captain America. Caught without his wings. You want me? Come and get me! Captain America, Brave New World.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD, and this week we watched the newest installment in the ever-expanding mediocrity of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Captain America, Brave New World, starring Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford, and Tim Blake Nelson. Also, it was nice to see Sebastian Stan as Bucky for like 30 seconds. Great to see you, Bucky. At least you'll be in Thunderbolts for longer than 30 seconds, and at least you won't be a congressman. Electee. I don't fucking know. So this film is not a Captain America movie. While Captain America is the hero of the film, it's not really about Captain America all that much. It's mainly a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, a movie that came out 17 years ago, which I love the Hulk, right? He is my favorite hero. I love the Hulk. I've loved him ever since I was a kid. But I'm just saying, if it takes you 17 years and multiple phases to acknowledge a movie that came out in the first phase of this ever-expanding universe, I'm just saying that maybe you shouldn't have even done it at all at this point, especially when one of the actors is dead. Like, I'm not even trying to be insensitive. It took you so long to make a continuation to a movie that came out 17 years ago that one of the actors is dead. Put that through your brain. Come on now. And then it's like, the Red Hulk looks fine, except he has red eyes for some reason instead of yellow eyes. Bit of a nitpick, but whatever. Then the leader, but played by Tim Blake Nelson, like from the original Incredible Hulk, he looks like shit. Looks like shit. Like, he doesn't look like the leader. He's like a really weird, like puke green color. He doesn't have facial hair or hair at all. He doesn't he doesn't look like the leader. The leader kind of looks like an alien, kind of. He's not, but he looks like an alien. Right? He has that big head. But he's not, like, gross and mutated. He's, like, big brain. He looks like Green Megamind. That's what he looks like. Right? In this movie, he just looks like a fucking, like, burn victim. He looks like the fucking, girl that got her face mauled off in Nope. That's what he fucking looks like. And it's like, I get that they were kind of going for, like, horrific, like, radiation poisoning deal, but, like, that's not what you were going for. Because in the original, there is actual merchandise that was released and a Funko Pop of what the original leader looked like, and he looked like the leader. He was green, he had a goatee, his head was big, and he had hair over. He looked like the fucking leader. But they're like, nah, let's just make him look like a fucking weird, mutated goblin. Yeah, that's way better. Make him blind. Yeah, sure. Why? Like, his head wasn't big either. Like, the whole point is that instead of getting strength, he got brains. Instead of brawn, he was brains. Right? His brain expanded. It just looked like he had like a tumor. Like, it didn't look like he had a big brain. It looked like he had some kind of skin condition. I'm just, no disrespect to people with skin conditions, but I'm just saying the leader was fucking weird in this movie, and that's just the thing. Like, the movie, I can tell, and it's pretty obvious, that the film went through heavy script rewrites, heavy reshoots, all that. There were a lot of reports that this movie went through hell, right? And you can really tell because the movie is really weird, right? Because to me, I think it's just kind of bland, right? While it's not terrible, as I said, I mean, it's not like I think like Rotten Tomatoes or something, like its rating. Maybe this is the audience or the critics, I don't remember. But like, to whatever, it is the third worst ranked MCU movie of all time. And while this movie is not good, I do not think it is third worst MCU movie of all time bad, right? It's just kind of whatever. Like, I really think that if you were really gonna make an Incredible Hulk sequel, why didn't you just make an Incredible Hulk sequel? That is my question. Why not just have the Hulk be the main character? Because, apparently, even though I love the Hulk, I have to admit, nobody watches Hulk movies. Which is unfortunate. But the history of Hulk movies just proves that nobody fucking watches them. They all were failures. All of them. And they kept making them. And none of them made money. After one movie, Hulk, I'm pretty sure, is the only franchise in the MCU to get one movie. One. He gets one movie, one standalone movie, and everything else he just makes a cameo in. It's like, how you gotta disrespect my mans like that? How do you gotta disrespect Hulk like that? He's a lot deeper, but I just think, I don't know what went wrong, honestly. Like, how is it so hard to make a good Hulk movie? That's my question. Because, again, just make a Captain America movie. Like, Giancarlo Esposito, Gustavo, was in this movie. And I like Giancarlo Esposito. He didn't do too much. He was pretty important to the plot. He was he was like a mercenary for the Serpent Society, which they never go into detail about. Like, at all. They never explain who the Serpent Society are or what they are. They, like, the most you get is they're a mercenary group. That's all you get. And I can see there were set pictures of other Serpent Society members. So at one point in the movie, Anthony Mackie or whoever was going to go to, like, a Serpent Society, like, meetup or a lair or something. And we were going to get elaboration on who the Serpent Society are. But nope. You're getting Giancarlo Esposito, you're getting Gus, and then you're gonna get fucking all these faceless goons that get their ass beat in the first 20 minutes and you never see them again. And it's like, the Serpent Society, like, why even keep them in the movie? If you're not even gonna explain who they are, one, like, you just expect us to know who these guys are, right? I mean, obviously fans of the comics will know who they are, but, like, an average MCU viewer probably doesn't read comics, right? So they have no idea who the fuck these guys are. So you just putting them in the movie and, like, just saying, oh yeah, Serpent Society guys, like, expecting the audience to fucking know who they are is ridiculous, right? And it's just like, I can tell that they were gonna elaborate on the Serpent Society. They were gonna maybe go into more depth, but they didn't. Instead, they had to have more scenes of Harrison Ford politics. That's what they needed. They needed Harrison Ford having conflicts with Japan and in India, in France, That's what we needed in this movie. We needed a weird subplot that, like, where he wanted to reconcile with his daughter that we haven't seen since The Incredible Hulk 17 years ago. It's like a completely new actor. And with Ross himself being a completely different fucking person. And it's like, I'm just saying that there's a lot wrong with this movie. But I mean, Red Hulk was cool. Right? Great. Took you 17 years, but yeah, you've teased it for so long that the actor is now unfortunately gone because you took too fucking long. Anyway, yeah, I just think it's funny that the first Captain America movie with Anthony Mackie as Captain America, this is the first thing where Anthony Mackie fully takes on the reins of Captain America. Like, obviously, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was meant to, you know, establish him and, like, show him becoming Captain America. But, again, this is a problem with the modern MCU. They expect you to watch all this shit and just know it. Right? So I've never seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I only know a little bit. I know John Walker, U.S. Agent. I know that Baron Zemo was in it. Or was it Baron Zemo? Who was in it? Like, one of the Captain America villains was in it. He had the purple balaclava. I forgot. Was it Baron? I forgot what his name was. But, yeah, I don't know much about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I do know that he turned to be Captain America, but then there was this fucking guy named Joachim, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't know who the fuck this is. Right, and again, the movie expects you to watch this show, and I get when Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out, a lot of people watched it, because that was when the MCU had still mostly a good reputation, but I just think it's funny how just, I don't know, man. What happened to the MCU, man? We were doing so good. Like, sometimes I watch old videos from, like, Endgame and Infinity War and, like, Guardians and fucking Civil War to feel something again, to, like, feel something again from the MCU. And people were complaining at that time. We had it good, motherfucker. We had it good compared to this shit, where the first Anthony Mackie Captain America movie isn't even a fucking Captain American movie. You get what I mean. I keep fumbling my words, but you get what I mean. Anthony Mackie's first movie as Captain America isn't even really about Captain America. It's about Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk, which again, I like Red Hulk. His scene is cool, even though he's only in it for like 10 minutes. But we couldn't have at least had, like, I don't know, like, any Captain America villain at all. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Would I recommend this movie? No, not really. Should you avoid it like the plague? I mean, I guess not. I mean, it's not fucking garbage. It's not an absolute dumpster fire. But it's not great, and it's certainly not good. But it's not terrible, but I mean, that's like a backhanded compliment. And I think I would rate this film a 5.5 out of 10. And yeah, I think I've said what I need to say. I think I've said my piece. So guys, hope you'll like this video. Share, friends, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Comment on what you liked it. And I've been Runtime HD, off to write a very angry letter to Kevin Feige. Didn't get as much force on that one as I wanted. You know, I'm getting sick of the MCU, man. I know I watch a lot of them when they come out, but I'm just kind of doing it out of, like, complacency at this point. Like, I'm not invested in the MCU anymore, you know, even though they've teased, oh, we're bringing in the X-Men, oh, we're bringing in this, we're bringing in that, we got the Fantastic Four, and while I am excited for the Fantastic Four movie, I do think that's the best-looking MCU movie we've had in a while. Can it save the MCU? I don't know, because, I mean, everybody said that about No Way Home, everybody said that about Deadpool and Wolverine, and even though those are fun movies, I feel like the only, like, amazing movie, like, that was up to par with the old MCU was Guardians Volume 3. That was, like, one of my favorite Marvel movies ever. I loved that movie. But, like, ever since Volume 3, I just don't think any Marvel movie has ever hit that level since. And it's sad, because I used to be invested in the MCU. Hell, I got to watch fucking Infinity War and Endgame when they opened. On opening day, I watched that shit, and it was awesome. Experiences that I will never forget. It was so fun. Now, Avengers Doomsday, cool. Doctor Doom. I love Doctor Doom. But are they going to get him right? I don't know. It's a coin toss with the fucking MCU these days. I don't know. I'm just rambling. But, yapping. I don't know. Yep.